Hello and welcome to Be Real, Reveal, the Real You podcast. I'm your host, Charlie, and this is the first episode of my brand new podcast. The big introduction. Yeah, this is the big introduction. And yes, I'm autistic and funny sometimes. I've got this podcast on here now. It was on SoundCloud. Well, the old one was. The old one was a bit shit. So I've got the new one on here because I thought, why not? Because if it's on SoundCloud, I mean, let's be honest, SoundCloud is where podcasts go to die. You're probably wondering, oh, good heavens, what's with the Cockney accent when you're from Manchester? Well, the thing is, because I am autistic, Asperger's syndrome, actually. Some Americans call it asparagus syndrome. I've no bloody idea why. But anyway, sometimes I feel more comfortable with some things doing various accents. Because it's me. It's part of me. It's who I am, you know. So if you don't like it, don't listen. Simple. Now, this is going to be on YouTube, so if you're listening to this on YouTube, hello, please subscribe to my channel, leave a like and comment below as well. And if you're listening to this through Facebook, yeah, so if you're on my Facebook and you've seen the link to this and you watch it on YouTube, double back to my Facebook, leave a like on there as well, and a comment, and share it, yeah. Share it to your friends and your family and whoever else you think might be interested in this, you think might find it a bit of a laugh. They can have a listen as well. Alright? So the purpose of this and its growth from SoundCloud is essentially that this is better. Yeah? I want this to be better. More interesting. Yeah? You can tell it's interesting already because the little ditty sound, this little ditty intro sound at the beginning, you know, the little theme tune that I made. Yeah, I made that myself. Quite creative. Yeah. Another magical thing about being autistic. Yeah. So you might find in some of my podcasts, or even as the podcast progresses, my accent, my voice might fluctuate, might change. Because I might get bored of one and go, oh fuck, I'm flipping it. I have to really watch my swearing if I want this to go on YouTube. Because if these get monetised, they demonetise you from swearing. So, anyway, my accent might change. I might get bored of it and go, oh, it's getting boring now. I'll go back to my own one or whatever. But it's ear candy, I suppose, isn't it? Really? So, I've put it on these platforms in the hopes that it can get more notice than where it was on SoundCloud, because it's just, the others are just dead in there. They're dead fish in the water. They're not doing anything. They're just there, festering like a diseased corpse. It's like the coronavirus has attacked my SoundCloud and it's just dead in the water. It's horrendous. So yeah, I thought, why not just put it out in here instead, where at least got a better chance of getting more exposure to you wonderful, amazing, lovely people. But in order to do that, yeah, I'm going to need, in order to get this bird in the air, I need your help to do it. So please share the love and spread the word. I've sent most of the invites for this, for my Facebook page, to the majority of my friends list. So those who probably hear this from there, you know, some of you may know me, others might not. You know, you could be thinking, oh, who's this geezer? If you're not from my Facebook or you don't know me at all, then here's a bit about me. So my name is Charlie. I'm 28 and I live in Manchester, and I am, as I said before, autistic. I've got Asperger's syndrome. Yeah. A bit about me. I like to sing. I write music, which is on my SoundCloud, which doesn't get much exposure also because, well, let's be honest, it's a dying thing, it seems. I've come into that game a bit too late. Everything's on Spotify now, isn't it? Or YouTube. So I might have to do that eventually. Yeah, so I live in Manchester. I've pretty much lived here the majority of my life. I have moved around a little bit here and there throughout my life, growing up. I was diagnosed with Asperger's when I was about 14 years old. So I was still in school at the time. And, yeah, I finally understood why I was acting the way I was. I do apologise for yawning. You're not boring, I promise you. So yeah, I was diagnosed when I was a teenager, and it made it so much more clear as to why I was acting the way I was. When it was explained to me what it actually was I had. So I embraced it as a part of me. My Asperger's in particular makes me slightly more intelligent than the average neurotypical. Neurotypical basically means anyone that's not autistic, whereas neurodivergent, big word that, innit? Neurodivergent, not the bloody movie, but neurodivergent basically means someone that's on the spectrum. So, yeah, learn something new every day, don't you? So, for me, I forgot what I was going to bloody say then as well. Yeah, so it makes me more intelligent than most, without sounding big-headed. But I'm terrible at maths. I hate maths. I have to use a calculator for everything. I do. I can't do maths at all. But yet there's some autistic people out there that are brilliant at it. You know, you could tell them, like, what's 8 billion plus 1,000 multiplied by 27 to the pi radius of Star Trek or something, and they'll answer it, like, immediately, like human calculators. It's madness. It's mad how it works. And then you get some which have got, like, really good photographic memories as well, and they love to draw really well, and it's like picture perfect sort of drawings and stuff. I can't do any of that. I can draw, I can sing, I can write music. I mean, I can put a song together in the better part of an hour or less. Depends how motivated I am to do it, really. Including with this podcast, it's I've got a lot of enthusiasm and motivation for this to really put a lot of effort into it to make it sound and look good. That's something else I'm going to look into doing soon as well, as getting a proper microphone for this, so that the sound quality will improve, because all this is recorded on Audacity, and the microphone is actually my phone, so it's nothing fancy at the minute, but one day I hope to get it there. So going back to a bit about me, I'm also a dad. Yeah, I've got kids. That is a very sad story. Some of you know it, others don't. I don't want to go into too much detail. All I will say is I've got a 5-year-old little girl and a 3-month-old son at the time of recording this. But that's it. I'm not going into detail. It's a bit of a complicated story. One which I hope to resolve at some stage. But still. I used to ride a motorcycle. Yeah, I was a bit of a biker. I dabbled in the biker world, though I don't have my bike anymore. And I was a doorman for 3 years in various venues. I did that for 3 years. And I, believe it or not, also used to be a prison officer. I didn't do it for very long. It just wasn't right for me. Just wasn't the right job for me. You know, it's not the best of jobs in the world. So yeah, I mean, see, I don't mind telling people that. Obviously, everybody's got their own views on it. They're all like, oh, we hate prison officers, oh, we hate police. That's fine, you've got your own reasons for that. You know, I'm not here to have a go at you and judge you and all that. You've got your reasons for it, but, you know, I don't mind letting certain people know about what I used to do. You know, but I don't do it anymore. Just wasn't for me. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. And the reason behind these podcasts is I want to focus on the centre point of autism. Give you all personal experiences from my life in the hopes that if there's any other autistic people out there that might have struggled with certain things that I've been through, you might be able to relate to that and go, oh, right, yeah. And then, you know, you might feel a little bit less lonely than you were before. Not only that as well, is maybe, you know, you're going through a bit of a bad patch with something and you're thinking, oh, how am I going to get through this? And you come across these podcasts and you listen to it and you think, oh, wow, that makes sense. I like that. There. I might try that. So a bit of advice, like a little bit of advice, topical thing for anyone that just might be going through anything. And I will use personal experiences to clarify some of those in the hopes that what I've been through, some of you can relate to, in the hopes that it can help you. And that's why I called this podcast Be Real, Reveal the Real You. Because it's about being real to yourself in order to reveal the real you inside of you that you've got locked away. So, who knows where this podcast can go? Who knows? Who knows? It can go anywhere. But yeah, I will be offering like help and advice with a range of topics. I'll be talking about a range of topics. If it's relationship issues, depression and anxiety, mental health issues, and help techniques from my own personal experiences. And just try and make people laugh as well. You know, give you some funny stories as well that you could probably relate to, have a giggle. I'm going to try and get these podcasts, these episodes out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. At the moment, I'm not sure whether it will be every week or if it will be every fortnight. It's every couple of weeks. I am hoping to maybe at some point in the future get some special guests on board. I mean, maybe. Depends if anyone finds me interesting enough to let me ask them questions and have a laugh for half an hour or however long these last for. So yeah, that's kind of what I want this podcast to progress to. Because the thing about me is some of the things that I've been through, I found it much easier when I've talked to other people about them. Because especially when I've talked to people that can relate to it. Because I feel like there's someone that understands. You know, is somebody that gets me, that knows what I've been through. And it makes you feel better because you're offloading what's been bothering you and eating you up. And when you offload it, you do feel a little bit better because it's out of your system. So by me doing these podcasts and talking about the things that I've been through, discussing the various topics, not only am I getting things off my chest, but you guys might be listening to this and thinking, oh wow, I've been through that as well. Wow, I can relate to that. You know, and I hope it makes you feel a little bit less lonely in this big, wide world that we're in. Because it's horrible when you feel alone, isn't it? Really? When you feel like you've got all these problems and you sometimes feel that maybe you can't talk to anyone, or maybe you struggle to talk to people, especially if you're autistic. Especially if you find it hard to talk to people and you tend to not socialise as much. Maybe you've got things on your mind that you don't know what to do about. And if you're listening to this, maybe you might hear something that hits you and makes you think, wow, alright, yeah. Also, on each episode, I'm going to be doing like a little today's topic of debate thing. And this is where you guys can get involved. So I'll be talking about a random subject each episode. I'll be giving you my views and opinions on it. And then you guys, through my YouTube or Facebook, can leave your opinions and your views on it. And you can ask me questions or anything and you might want to ask. And then in the following episode, any questions that I've had or any specific comments I found interesting, I will read out in the next episode. So if you want a comment reading out, if you want to mention, then leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know your opinions, your views on the specific subject. So the specific subject of debate at that time. So that's something else I'm going to be doing on here a little bit later on. So I really do hope this podcast can venture out there and get some decent exposure and recognition, in the hopes that I can try and help some people, you know, because I like helping people. It's nice. It's nice to feel that what you say and what you give to people. It's nice when you feel like you've helped someone, you know, and you feel that there's someone out there who's had to listen to what you've got to say and it's had an impact on their life, especially for the positive. I mean, I aim for the positives. I aim to positively impact people's lives. Because there's one thing I hate in this world, it's upset people that feel like they haven't got anyone there, anyone to turn to, who are crying out in desperation for help and advice, or just to feel that what they're going through isn't going unnoticed, really. Like how I used to feel. And on occasion still do. Yeah, I've been and still sometimes get the old monster of depression and anxiety. Oh yeah, it's awful. It's awful. It drags you down like nobody's business. It's horrible. But, you know, hopefully you guys can listen to this and think, yeah, I relate to that. Yeah. And trying to throw a bit of humour in here as well along the way, make you laugh. Because life's too short to be so serious, isn't it? You know? We shouldn't be so serious all the time. We're only human. We get one life. We should live it to our fullest potential. So, yeah. I really hope this podcast does well. Absolutely. But again, I can't do it without your help. I need your help to get it out there. So comment, like, share it, subscribe. On Facebook, share it, comment, like. Because if you're watching this through YouTube, I've got a Facebook page, which is of the same name, Be Real Reveal. And if you're on Facebook, then I've got my YouTube channel, Be Real Reveal. Which all you got to do if it's on Facebook is click the link, and then you're brought straight to it by the magic of the internet. How cool is that? Magic, innit? And if there's anyone that's got any questions they want to ask, then feel free to do so via my Facebook or comment section. Just drop a comment about something you've always wanted to ask me. If you want to be anonymous and ask an anonymous question, then go onto the Facebook page. Drop me a message on there. Inbox me. You know, I will read out your question anonymously and advise you on what I think you would find helping based on any experiences that I might have had with your question. But if I've not been through it and experienced it personally, then I will still try to answer you as best I can. So yeah. So this podcast is going to be a little bit of humour, a bit of realism, and just a general good laugh, a good honest laugh. Because I don't know if the microphone picked that up, but I just farted. I let one rip. And I don't care. I'm human. I'm not going to blank that out, am I? I mean, I let one rip. And what? I'm human. It happens. We're all human beings. We're wonderful human beings with thoughts, with feelings, with emotions, lives and stories to tell. And we're all on this planet together. Every single one of us. And I really hope to make a difference in people's lives, to help people be real to themselves and others. To help them reveal their inner real self, the real you, who you are underneath your layers or your masks that you wear in life. So, what I want to do for you guys, the next episode, before I get on to today's topic of debate, by the way, quite an interesting one, but before I get on to that, I just want to say, guys and girls, to be able to get this out there, again, you really need to help me out. So like, comment, subscribe, share, get it out there as best as you can for me. And who knows where this can go. So, without further ado, I think we should get on to today's topic of debate, which happens to be, believe it or not, TikTok. Yeah, TikTok, the app. Who likes TikTok? Who out of you likes it? Yeah? I mean, who doesn't? Your views and opinions on TikTok. Comment below or discuss it on my Facebook. I mean, I'm on it. It's a laugh, actually. It keeps me occupied for a little bit. It's quite addictive. Just endless scrolling through people's perspectives on lives. I mean, how the hell do people, get so many views and followers? It's dumbfounding. I mean, I've got 430 something last time I checked. There's people out there 2 million. 2 million people. I mean, how? There's a lot of creative people on there. A lot. I mean, some of my friends through Facebook who might be listening to this are on there as well. One of my friends does a Jesus pirate thing on there. TikTok Jesus or whatever it is. And, he's got loads of followers. Well, yeah, obviously, Jesus has got loads of followers. Yeah, Jesus of Nazareth, he had loads of followers, didn't he? Up until he got nailed to a cross, I suppose, crucified, but, that's just like my mate never experiences that. But, he does a really good, Jesus pirate cosplay, and he's got a lot of people following him on there, a lot of support. And, there's some users out there which are really good. They've got some great content. There's people with ring lights just attached to a phone for a 60-second clip. It's absurd. So, what are your views and your opinions on TikTok? Who uses it even? How long have you been using it for? Yeah? Let's have a little discussion about it. And then what I will do for next episode is I will pick some of your interesting comments out and read them out. So anyone who's commented, I'll pick some out to read out on the next episode of the podcast. On the next episode of Be Real Reveal. This is just a brief one, just to introduce you to my new episodes, my new podcast series. So until then, I'm going to say see you Wednesday. And to remember to always be real to yourself so that you can reveal the real you. Be real to reveal the real you. So thanks very much for listening, for joining in. And until the next episode, I say bye-bye.